Apparently Panda like super giga trolled my time, and I VODed the wrong game, which is fine. That's fine, you know. I'm doing this just for fun. Um, but yeah, we'll kind of hop over to 20 minutes, which is when he said like, "Hey, we need assistance here," and kind of ending out the game. So, let me just look at the game state. We are super winning across the map. Have gold on the right spots. Orange super fed. Wukong's not really a threat. We're almost a full item ahead of him in the jungle. Mid laners are both not too hot, but we're still very happy. Interesting that we're opting for a hybrid AP Varus build this game. I guess on hit doesn't get like super value. I mean, we have Renata though. I mean, you're still going on hit. This is fine. So we're gonna kind of speed this up. I want to wait till we actually start making some macro plays. Okay, so we have Otacon here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to assume you guys have some grubs. Unfortunately, I can't really check that in the replay. But I'm gonna have to assume you guys have some grubs. Bot tower still up. They are pressuring Otacon. Let's look at my wave assignments. So we're walking out of base. It seems like Drake is coming up in what is wrong with my timers? Oh yeah, Drake's up in 3 seconds here. Otacon's already spawning. No TP on Ornn, no TP on Vel'Koz. I'm confused why we path to mid as fully as a team, but it ends up being fine because we're in a front to back position. Xin Zhao soloing Drake, which is fine. Otacon's not a super fast objective, and it's very hard for them to actually start this. So think back to the previous VOD. Hey, just do nothing here. Watch their HPs. You know, the lower it gets, the more you guys will have to step up, of course, especially with Xin Zhao not here. To be honest, I don't super love this play to split it. But I think it should be fine considering how strong we are here. So at this point, like, they are super debuffed, right? If we look at their point of view, just so that it's clear, if everyone doesn't really know, Otacon super shreds resistances, right? So let's take one of their tankier members, Maokai here. He starts at 124 armor, right? And over the course of this fight, look how far down it goes. It's already below his base armor now, right? Just for reference, and this thing isn't even half dead yet. So this guy's actually really fucking squishy right now. I don't love this force by Ornn. Because again, like, this thing is at 9,000 HP, right? It's completely fine if they want to keep shredding the resistances, right? Like, Maokai is absolutely miserable here, and it'll just keep taking lower and lower, right? If you guys want to, I'm pretty sure you would win this fight if you went in, but there's really no risk. Like, wait till it's like 4K and then pull the trigger, right? They're not gonna burst it, right? Make sure like their tanks are even squishier, right? So let's say Xin Zhao's dead in this scenario. This is still fine for you guys to posture, but try to hold the trigger pulse for later. Fortunately, Maokai dies. Their Wukong's 1 HP. They're kind of forced out. Now I want us controlling a vision line to make sure Wukong can't really go for the smite. Vel'Koz, really nice job on marking Wukong. Great. Most important member here in this fight. Just prevent him from smiting. We do that. Perfect. Hey guys, finish Otacon. Alright, red Otacon again, so no plants. And then now we have to establish our wave control because 2 are dead. Right, you never want to just immediately recall after killing 2 people. I like how Xin Zhao is getting pressure on the map. We should even go for a second tower here while the rest are generating even more pressure. Right, so this is a scenario where you can get like triple pressure on your lanes, shove our waves, shove our waves, shove our waves. Who do we have here? Varus Renata? Okay, yeah. You guys need to shove next wave before recalling here. You're at no real threat to do so. It's fine though. We sync up our timers. I don't hate it. It's a very minor detail. We deploy on the map. Ornn, you need to go top lane. because they will come and fix this wave. You need to reshove it, and then that way you can pressure for TP, yeah? Not to mention, there's not even any real objective on the map, right? And so this is a time where it makes or breaks bad teams, right? We have no Baron for 2 minutes, right? That is the next objective. We have Drake in 4 minutes. We are strong enough to where we can do Baron on spawn, right? Shinzao's not recalling. So actually, it shouldn't even be Ornn top lane here. It should be Ornn bot lane here. If you're not sure, I want you to pause and think a second why. Hopefully you paused. You probably didn't, but, you know, Ornn should be bot lane here because Baron is in 2 minutes, right? Ornn is going to be the tank who's just going to full, like, shove waves and walk to fog off the map because he has Hollow Radiance, and in general, tanks can do that very easily, right? If he walks, he's able to pressure mid lane just by fogging, right? Vel'Koz walking doesn't really fog that. In fact, a lot of times, let's say Vel'Koz is bot here, and he tries to fog on the map, they're going to be like, oh shit, a free Vel'Koz pick, you know, and try to kill Vel'Koz. So Ornn should be on here on the map. Your goal isn't really to kill tower, it's literally to shove wave as deep as possible without getting super picked before Baron spawns. If Baron is spawned already, then you can play as aggressive as you like here, and you're kind of praying they come to 3v1 you here, because then your team gets a free Baron. But pretty much I just want you shoving your waves here. You should be bot lane, and then obviously mid stay mid, or bot lane stay mid, and then Vel'Koz on the side. Vel'Koz has to be playing a little safer until we have that mid lane control. Think back to the previous VOD. We want to establish that mid lane control to do what? That's right, guys. We should be establishing jungle control with vision. We should be syncing up our Shinzao and our Renata to walk in, establish that vision line right here so that Vel'Koz can happily shove waves forward, right? All at the same time of if Maokai is off the map, we have to respect the fact that he could show up top lane at any moment, right? So Ornn here needs to be very vocal about, hey, Maokai's off the map, right? But every time you shove waves super far, you should be rotating and pressuring because they need to keep a vision line on both sides of the map, which is not possible. So very often top laners will be able to go for potential flank plays, and if you sync things up, you get a 4v2 right here, or a 4v3, right? And very often that leads to picks. So if you really want to, at any point, you, Varus and Nada, could just slow down this mid push if Ornn has a good walk, and we could sync up and potentially get some flashes, right? If we know people don't have flashes like Jinx, she should just be straight dead every time. So let's see what actually happens. We are already deploying like pigs. We have Ornn, Vel'Koz, and Varus going mid, right? We have to establish the right lanes. Okay. We're fighting. Okay. There goes one of our Otacons. So now Vel'Koz is in base, and we're A-ramming. Luckily, we're in North America, so sometimes that works out, but I know we can definitely do better than this. You guys don't have Baron buff, right? Even if you did have Baron buff, this is just the wrong play. You guys have, like, some minor poke on Vel'Koz, and even if you brute force this, this is already not worth, because let's look at Maokai. He's already got an objective off of you guys doing this, right? You give him a ton of gold and a free objective, and shit, he could just keep going, because you guys are going to push so slowly that he's just gonna get even more tower damage. You guys should never be able to siege this, especially when they have 4. Luckily, Maokai's bad and reset, but he should have just kept going. You guys are never sieging that. I think you guys got baited by Otacon, and that's fair. I think a lot of teams get baited right now of saying like, hey, you can just brute force every fight. But again, after the changes, like, I mean, you're just giving it a ton of free gold. This is not needed at all if we just play standard macro. You guys could still go for this play, but the difference is that we would be fixing our waves, right? We're just losing gold on side right now. This mid lane tower actually doesn't establish too much, right? The outer tower does because it allows you to walk through these pathways and clear vision towards mid, shove the wave deeper, but this tower here doesn't, like, you're never really utilizing these entrances over here. It's not the gateway to having these towers taken down on sides. So we take a jungle fight here. I think fighting over red buff is fine. That's good. They get picked. Okay, we have a free Baron here. Okay, we reset. And then go for Baron, that's fine. Alright, think back to previous VOD. Establish our wave control, and then get their jungle wards, and then we go for Baron. Orin, great job. Fail cause go shove wave. Uh-oh, Shinzo died. Yeah, Vel'Koz go shove wave, Shin's out, just don't die. Again, our mid lane here should be playing very safe because we don't see them on the map, so you guys are the last ones to shove wave. I mean, Vel'Koz, I think Verisk is relatively safe here, but just make sure we're ready to TP with the Ornn, but I like what Ornn's doing here. We should be shoving. Unfortunately, Shinzo just got picked here. This is never your timer to fight Shinzo, and you need to recognize that. You need to be playing safer. And that includes support being like, hey, we didn't actually shove mid yet, so and they're all fogged off map. This is their timer to make play, right? Especially when no one's showing. So we need to start respecting Fog of War a little more, and the fact that, hey, if they don't have people showing on their waves, fixing their waves, then we can't be in the jungle looking for fights unless we're all stacking together, and we know we'll win the fight. So unsurprisingly, they win this fight because, again, they didn't show on their top wave, their mid wave. They just went for the fight, and they won the fight. So, pretty good concept there. I will speed through their Baron because I would like to see how you guys react to their macro. Alright. I want to point this out because this is very bad on them. They have Baron, right? They have all the priority, they have all the tempo. And Drake is spawning in 5 seconds, right? So they shove you out of this, but realistically, I don't think they should ever be actually doing this Drake. They should just be shoving the mid wave, right, and preventing you from really doing anything. Like, they have to use their Baron timer, and Drake is their exit play. That's gonna be very common when you have Baron. They go for the foolproof play of like, hey, we're preventing your soul, but notice how they've wasted so much of their Baron time, and now they're forced to go catch their mid wave with Baron. So they're actually down in tempo when they have Baron, which is never what you want to be seeing as a team with Baron. So the way you guys responded to this was very smart, in the sense that, hey, they're dropping mid wave, we're gonna shove it, and then somehow they're getting picked with Baron. You guys still don't really want to be pushing for more because they still do have Baron. So you just want to be fixing your waves and pretty much playing cat and mouse around them on the map, just preventing them from actually getting value from their tempo. But unfortunately, you guys go for plays, end up getting picked, which again, you guys aren't the one with Baron, they are, so it's going to be really easy for them to defend any plays. Varus gets picked, which I would have liked to see just Ornn and Vel'Koz go on sides. Again, we'd be respectful mid lane, and we just prevent them from getting anything with Baron. And then once Baron's up, then you can go for more aggressive plays. Speed along the map. Whatever happens here happens. Alright, so now we need to establish our wave control, which we did. So this is good. We're grouped up and our waves are somewhat fine. I would like someone to shove bot ideally, but we're looking for a pick, so this is okay. Looks like a decent chunk on Wukong. Vel'Koz is in Africa, so he dies, but it's okay. We still have our full health Ornn. I think that's a pretty risky engage from Wukong. Yeah, okay. Wukong dies. Okay, let's reset. Reset, and we are going to just shove our waves. We are going to shove mid bot, and then we're going to play this Drake for our soul, right? It's okay if they get first set up in the jungle because they're gonna lose the long fights when it comes to not fixing their waves. So Ornn, fix your wave, Ornn, you have TP. Alright, yeah, fix your wave first. You know, your team doesn't need to walk in right now, right? I like that you were walking in, but again, fix your wave first, and then you can always walk to the fight, right? If your team needs help setting up, completely different issue. But as long as you guys establish that first prio, right, it should be very easy to kind of walk in together, and your team just needs to be wary. So instead of your team walking so aggressively here after shoving, because let's say Orn is on the side here, your team can just walk a little on the safe path, right? And then we just sync up this way. But it's okay. We drag it out, and then the timer's on them to do something, right? So Orn, stop fucking hitting this ward. Alright. You guys should know what control wards do. When you have a control ward, right, down, they cannot see vision of you in the bush unless you actually hit it. So by you hitting it, you're constantly revealing, hey, here I am, right? Just don't hit the ward, right? What you should be doing is hitting this control ward. But also we shouldn't be giving so much room. Just one should be standing here in the banana bush. Everyone should just be holding this invisible line and waiting for them to walk up. So they finally do walk up, but Orn's pretty far away from the fight. Luckily, they're all lined up. Renata gets a Pog R. Varus is wailing at them. We do the Drake. Perfect. Alright. 2 are dead. We have Baron. This is good. If you really wanted to, Orn, you could kind of slow down their shove, which is fine. I like this. Never commit your E, though. This is just a death waiting to happen in many games, right? Even if it looks good in the moment, a lot of times they'll be fogging, and then they'll just kill you, especially in, like, Masters 400 LP range. Okay, all reset. Perfect. Alright, guys. No Drake spawning, no Baron spawning for 5 minutes. They have 2 outer turrets up. We don't have an inhib, right? So very crucial moment think here. What should we be doing as a team? So pause here. Alright. So think back to previous VOD, right? We want to be 4-1-ing, right? A 1-3-1 super fake, right? And their wave is already so deep on this side that it's going to be pretty hard. So if you want to siege 4-1 here, you always want to put the 4 on pretty much the objective. I guess my bad on drawing the 4 there. You want to do it on the objective that's actually up. Let's say the middle tower is up right here in the mid lane, then you want to send the 4 mid to actually break the middle tower right here, because it's easier to actually rotate into the sides. But because it's already dead, you should just send your 1 here, and then you send 4 on either of these sides. A bit of an advanced play because Vel'Koz is so early on the map. Vel'Koz, you should actually just run bot here, get bot shoving, and then you immediately shift all the way towards top side, actually. Because top lane is going to be the lane you actually want to go to, because the wave's close to your side. You establish that this is now pushing, right? And then you walk towards top to group up with your team on the 4 here, while your solo laner, your member Orn here, is not going to die mid lane. So Orn's going to be mid here, just constantly shoving the waves, while everyone else goes to top side. And that way you establish like a triple threat of, hey, their bot lane is now shoving out. Our mid lane is now shoving out with Orn, who again just needs to play safe, and then the 4 just run top lane here, and we should be easily able to siege that, because eventually these minions will get here. And then what happens is, after you get this tower, you're not actually going for this tower, you shove the next wave, and you shift the 4 over the mid, and you sync up Orn into this, right? And so then now Orn is over here, able to kind of pressure this. You have everyone pressuring the tower together, and then again, the 4 just playing safe if we don't know where Maokai is on the map, right? Sorry if that was a lot, but it's like understanding Baron macro is very key in any competitive setting. So let's see what we actually do. Vel'Koz is solo laning. We have Orn mid, so we're gonna 4-1. Hold up, what are we doing? Okay. Oh no, Orn mid. Oh, so close. Prefer the other pathing this way. That way you can actually catch the melees. You almost did the right thing. But, I mean, you ended up doing the right thing anyways. Better than what Gallia did last game. Why are we fighting? Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Okay. Very nice. Very nice 4-1. Okay. Well, it wasn't the play. I said you guys are doing the right play this game. Like a right play, which is good. We just play safe as our 4, right? Respect the fact that they have a 5v4 on us right here, or when you keep shoving the waves, right? And they have to keep responding to it. They're going to lose us over time. We have Vel'Koz's poke. Maokai, Orin, Baron up this wave. Wukong cannot clear this so quickly. Okay, was last wave not Baron 2? I need to know. Oh, it was. Okay, see this tower damage? Quite significant, right? You want to keep doing this on loop. Baron this next wave. And then we're kind of giving a lot of pressure here. How much time do we have on Baron? Quite a lot, no? Yeah, we still have like 2 more waves at least. Okay, shove our wave. Baron up the wave. Baron up the wave. No! No! Alright, that's fine. It's not a super big deal. Sometimes you can't break multiple things, but unfortunately, out of the whole Baron play, all we got was just a single bot tower. So again, alternatively, do the route I told you of like, hey, we can shift multiple people down between the lanes. It just requires a bit more macro, but I would have liked to see that. Everyone should be on reset now. We have a ton of golds. We have Elder spawning in 2 minutes, so that means Ornn, you should be the one top lane here. Vel'Koz, you should be on the safer side lane here. Mid lane, establish control together, and then get wards all over their bot side once they clear this. So that's what we should be doing. We're opting to kind of just stay grouped, which is never really that bad either. I would have preferred if we again just play wave states. But we seem to want to fight a lot, which is okay. This is like, I think like 400 cap or something like that, right? So it's not like super high elo to where people are gonna actually like super respect timers. They might actually look for fights. They didn't fix their sides, so this is completely fine if you guys wanna just zone them off. We have Elder in 15 seconds, so we want to establish that vision control. Or not vision control, wave control. So very nice on you guys. I would have liked to see Ornn hold E and just us not getting chunked, like we just have to prio waves. So you guys actually, even though it looks like you're kind of in a losing spot right now, you guys are actually winning because of your side waves, right? So you guys can just chill out, be respectful of their engages, and just play more defensive. Let them get positioning first, actually, because the timer's on them to actually do something, not on you guys. So, luckily they ints, you guys kill. And then we have a free Elder, but Shinzo's dead. I still think it's fine. What you guys should do is you guys should like bait to start it. And then you guys just play to turn. You can just posture very aggressively to prevent Wukong from walking in. They end up walking in anyways. Wukong's dead. Okay, free Elder. Nice. Elder here. Okay, don't die with Elder. Very nice. Okay, let's all reset. And then Elder is one of the few things where if you're strong enough and you have a beefy enough tank, you can actually just brute force an objective, right? Because Elder's just that broken. So if you really wanted to, you could 5-man brute force. I like the Baron play though. You guys go for the right play. They can't contest this at all. And then I want you just 1-4ing. Or you walk mid. You have TP. So you should just be shoving this wave out. They're not going to force on your team with Baron and Elder. You guys end up going for this anyways. This is still fine. I mean, you guys are so strong. Shinzo ulti, nice. Okay. Okay, notice how because Ornn didn't shove the wave, you guys aren't actually able to go for more. If Ornn was here to shove the wave, you guys would be getting this tower, and you would also be getting this tower, right? And so again, lane assignments. And then now our Elder should be running out soon, right? Okay, we still have time. We still have time, Shinzo. Why are we doing Raptors? What are we doing? We have Baron and Elder. Kill the tower, guys. Alright. We killed the tower. We have 2 inhibs. Alright. 2 inhibs with Baron doesn't mean force. It means we're going to wait patiently for this guy and the next guy that's spawning to eventually walk over here. And then we can just win the game automatically by Baroning them up. Right? If you guys really want to, Ornn, you can just start walking towards bot, get that bot wave shoving, right? And then you guys go for this tower eventually, and at any point, you just look to TP. So establish, hey guys, keep vision up, I'm going to walk bot lane, or you guys just stand here. The wrong play is forcing here. You don't want to be using your force tool in something that's not guaranteed, right? Because then now, if you guys die here, it completely ruins your Baron tempo. But it's fine, because you guys are already in a super winning spot. So yeah, it's kind of whatever. Okay, we end up walking towards red, that's fine. And we end up not walking towards mid because it's already shoving. We should literally be 5-manning bot. Even if our Baron's running out, it doesn't matter. So very nice, we're doing the correct play here. And then now, your job here for everyone is literally just to do nothing. So establish the vision control, prevent them from really getting wards, just be watching out for flanks. So pretty much the least active member of the team, probably being Shinzo right here, should just be spamming their camera around our flanks, right? Because realistically, this is the only way they win the game, is if you guys don't siege this, or if they go for a play on you. But even then, I think they lose. So nice, this is fine. We have the supers coming in. The second supers come though, and they start clearing it with Jinx or something like that, we have to be ready to force on our next wave, right? So we have Jinx clearing that. Top lane still fine. We have to start stepping up more aggressively on this wave with Ornn. So start walking up Ornn. Very nice ult timing. I like this. But I think it was even just like 3 seconds too soon. You need to make sure Jinx responds a little more here. Like play that tug of war or cat and mouse, you know. But this is still fine. Unfortunately, Jinx they are able to survive the team fight is 5. But yeah, if you wait till Jinx walks a little more, and actually shows, that's your force angle, because she didn't show, you're not actually allowed to ult this. So yeah, it's not the worst. You guys still have the supers and are still able to win this game. Nice TPs. Okay, we brute force it, get the inhib. We just auto win the game now by shoving our waves. Perfect. Very nice. Alright, cool. Same issues as the last game. It's just us not shoving our waves when we need to be shoving our waves, especially before fights or especially when sieging. We need our Baron macro to be a little stronger. So if you can, just skip back to when I explained it earlier about Vel'Koz going here, and then shifting up towards the top side. And you guys just want to 4-1. It's very crucial that you guys 4-1. You guys don't just 5-0. Because consistently I'm seeing you guys 5-0 certain things. The only situation where you're 5-0ing something is where you have double inhib down, like what you guys have, and you guys are actually doing the correct play in terms of 5-0ing. Alternatively, in some cases, even if you do have the inhib, you could send a strong side laner to prevent them from clearing supers. Unfortunately, you guys don't really have like a super strong side laner that's going to prevent a Jinx or Maokai from clearing that. But let's say you have a bruiser top lane, like Camille or something like that, then yeah, you can 100% just send them to fuck with whoever, and then that makes the game very hard for them. Because Camille doesn't want to be grouping in that 5 anyways. She wants to be like pressuring side angles and engages. Or if you have like a Victor mid, someone who's very fast, or you know what I'm saying. So the problem is Vel'Koz can't happily be here. I mean, he can, but it's much more riskier than someone like Victor or Camille. So that's pretty much it. Honestly, better than the last game, though.